Game of Thrones bosses have anything resembling a spoiler on lockdown ahead of Season 8, but one thing fans can bank on are some epic battles. Leaks during the filming tipped that showrunners David Benioff and D.B. Weiss were spending months shooting the most ambitious battle sequences ever, with Night King actor Vladimir Furdik later promising that an episode-long battle between the living and the dead would be a historic moment in television. In a profile about the final episodes for Entertainment Weekly, Benioff and Weiss explained why it was important to spend so much time on the battlefield in the final episodes. HBO/Helen Sloan. The show began with a threat in the north, Weiss explained. From the beginning, there were all of these squabbles that were going on between people that seemed important happening against the backdrop of much larger and more momentous events that only a few people who lived on the fringes of the political world knew about. This always was the overarching structure of the series, the very slow burn of the rise of the army of the dead in the far north and the rise of Daenerys and her dragons in the Far East. If you live in the capital, everything that matters to you is happening right in front of you, while the things happening in the flyover parts of the world don't really matter. So, the things driving the story are from the edges of the earth, and it seems fitting that these things from the east and the north should come together to decide the fate of everybody in the middle, who didn't even know about them until recently. HBO fans and critics tend to love the battle episodes, with Hard Home and Battle of the Bastards having earned the show Emmy recognition in the past. This season may top them both, at least in terms of length. Having the largest battle doesn't sound very exciting, it actually sounds pretty boring, Benioff admitted. Part of our challenge, and really Miguel's challenge, is how to keep that compelling. If it's just humans ing and slashing at whites for 55 minutes, it's going to quickly become dull. We've had big battles since Season 2. But just because we have the budget to do bigger battles doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be more exciting or have more to do with the story. It always comes back to what's best for the story. We've been building toward this since the very beginning, and it's the living against the dead, and you can't do that in a 12-minute sequence. HBO Weiss later added, the best action is driven by character, not by how many swords and spears you can swing around. It's driven by who is Arya Stark. She made it to this stage of her development, so how does that come to bear in the events she's thrust into? Then add 20 to that, because there are 20 people you care about in this situation. That's a huge challenge, but it's also a lot of fun. Usually things of this scope tend to be in movies because they take a lot of time and resources. We've been lucky enough to mount something of this level with characters that have a television level of investment poured into them. HBO. We earn a commission for products purchased through some links in this article. Game of Thrones Season 8 will premiere on April 14, 2019. The show airs on HBO in the US and Sky Atlantic and Now TV in the UK. Season 7 is now available to buy on DVD, Blu-ray or digital download. What up to the minute entertainment news and features? Just hit like on our Digital Spy Facebook page and follow on our @DigitalSpy Instagram and Twitter account.